Hi everybody, we're still in the middle of lockdown. I wanted to share a few records that I've been listening to whilst at home, not able to go out, that I think feel pretty good for the time we're living in. And you may like to go away and look some of them up and listen to them as well, if you haven't heard them. So the first one I'm going to show you is by a band called The Dirty Three, and it's called Ocean Songs. This is a band from Australia with a guy called Warren Ellis, who plays with Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, who you may have heard of. This is an instrumental record. It's bass, guitar, drums and violin. And there's the most incredible song on here called Authentic Celestial Music. It's about 8 minutes long and it just feels magnificent. It's really epic and it sprawls and it grows and it's really optimistic, and it's an awesome, awesome track on an awesome, awesome record. So really, really lovely, raw but inspiring record. Next one is by a band called Mogwai, who are from Glasgow, and I've listened to this band for a long, long time, since the late 90s. This is a record called Every Country's Sun. And again, it's kind of similar to the 33 one. It's all instrumental, which feels quite nice. I don't feel like listening to singer-songwriters feels like the right thing to do at the moment. But this feels like the sun rising, and it's like, you know, those days when everything feels a bit scorched and the sun rises and it kind of blazes through, and it's a kind of optimistic record. Some of the Mogwai records are a bit dark, but this one's quite optimistic. Again, there's a couple of amazing tracks on here. There's one called Party in the Dark, which is particularly good, although it has got some lyrics on it, some sneaky lyrics. You can't really hear them though. This is the third one. I really love this. So this is jazz. This is bass, piano, drums. So it's classic kind of piano trio. I can't say it very well. Michael Volney, but this is a perfect example. And he's got some really, really cool tracks on here. Which you may know, some cover versions actually, but a really good piano trio is like a really good margarita pizza. It's like, don't mess with the formula, it's just awesome. So again, really kind of upbeat, but really dynamic. So there's loud bits and quiet bits, and there's some tracks that just make me bounce in my seat when I'm listening to those at home. And the next two are a little bit more kind of, I suppose, even a bit more adventurous, but this one is a magical one. So if you're feeling a bit wired or a bit kind of wound up or a bit stressed, this is a beautiful record. This is by a band called Stars of the Lid, and it's called The Tired Sounds of Stars of the Lid, and it says it all. It goes on for over 2 hours, and it's a kind of ambient drone record. So if you've heard of a chap called Brian Eno, this is a little bit of a kind of a follow-on from some of Brian Eno's ambient stuff, and I love it very, very much. You can just put it on, put your headphones on, get a really good book, and you can lose yourself in this kind of ebb and flow and sway of this incredible ambient music. But it's not really electronic. It's got a real kind of lovely kind of human edge to it. So it's really, really, really beautiful, and feels just right for these times when you just want to kind of escape a little bit. And this last one is probably my favourite of all. This is a record called Plantasia, and it's written by a guy called Mort Garson, who was a analog kind of musician back in the 60s and the 70s, and it was a really curious record sold in a plant shop in California, and it was designed to be music made by machines that you'd play to plants to help them grow. And who knows if it works, but it's this little kind of analog kind of melodies and, you know, little kind of almost vignettes, these tiny little tunes, and it's a really lovely, warm, kind of cozy thing to listen to, and especially on a sunny day, and especially when you just want to feel at one with the world and you want to think about what's going on out there that you can't quite reach. This brings the natural world a little bit closer to you. So Plantasia, it's a really, really cool record, and I can recommend it really highly. So listen, I'm sure you won't listen to all of those, but if any of them interest you, then please do, and if you do, then let me know. Drop me a message. I'd love to hear it from you. But yeah, good luck, stay well, wash your hands, and I'll talk more about teeth and braces next time. Take care. Bye-bye.